Hello and welcome to this week's edition of North Penn News. I'm Kyle Berger.
And I'm Melissa Croak. In our first story, with the Thanksgiving holiday coming up, North Penn students have gotten into the spirit of giving. North Penn News reporter Kyle Berger has the story.
The Student Government Association at North Penn High School sponsored a canned food drive during the first week of November. Cans Across the District was planned by SGA Community Service Chairs Ashley Bowes and Shannon Cross.
Most of the help that we got was from senators. The 30 senators that we have, 10 from each grade, actually are split up into committees for each chairperson that there is in SGA cabinet, and we have 6 or 7 kids that helped us out a lot. Helped Shannon and I out a lot with the canned food drive.
Students in participating schools were asked to bring in non-perishable goods to be donated to area charities. The cans will be distributed to Lansdale's Manna on Main Street, North Wales St. Luke's Christ Church, Hatfield's Church of the Brethren, and Emmanuel Evangelical Lutheran Church. The goal for Cans Across the District was to collect 10,000 cans throughout North Penn schools. The district-wide event, in its 3rd year, was a wonderful success and showed how North Penn students can help the needy.
Yeah, I think it's been a huge success. We had a lot of support from the elementary schools, from the middle schools, and even a lot of kids in the high school brought in cans. Some of the teachers started offering extra credit for bringing in 10 or more cans, so that was a huge help.
For North Penn News, I'm Kyle Berger.
North Penn High School once again held its annual Parent-Teacher Coffee. On Tuesday, October 27th, parents were able to visit their children's teachers all day long in the library. Teachers attended the coffee during their planning period, and parents were able to discuss their concerns and their children's progress.
This past weekend, the North Penn Marching Knights competed at Giants Stadium in the U.S. Scholastic Bands Association Championship competition. The Knights placed first with a season-high score of 95.5. The Knights beat the second-place band by only a point and a half. They also won Best Marching and Best Music. In combination with their championship weekend, the Knights held their 6th annual Night with the Knights on Monday. They performed their championship show for over 1,000 members of the community that attended. The North Penn Middle School Marching Band also performed on Monday. Congratulations on a great seat.
Just in time for Halloween, the North Penn Fall Drama Production showcased the dark psyche of Edgar Allan Poe. North Penn News reporter Melissa Croak has that story.
Murders, insanity, and an incessantly beating heart all played a part in this fall's production of Edgar Allan Poe's grim and frightening plays.
Filled with terror, which is real Halloweenish, ghosts, kind of, mummies. We have heartbeats and eyes that kind of mystify and entrance you, and just the feel of Halloween being spooky and mysterious and dark. Edgar Allan Poe was very dark.
Mm-hmm. The plays included Cask of Amontillado, Telltale Heart, Murder in the Rue Morgue, and Fall of the House of Usher. The 2 poems done were The Raven and Annabella Lee.
Actually, I think it's kind of cool that we're doing it Halloween weekend because it's so dark and so sinister and evil. And really you have to pay attention to the show and follow it around to get all the undertones, because a lot of it can just go unnoticed.
Mm-hmm. Under the direction of Cynthia Loudon and Deborah Danowski, the actors were taught about the time period of the 1800s so that they would be able to accurately portray their characters.
I play Fortunato in the Cask of Amontillado. He's a rich guy who actually for the night is dressed up as like a jester, a happy-go-lucky guy, because it's Mardi Gras festival.
How do you think that you personally relate to your character?
I really don't know. It's actually a stretch for me. I guess I'm kind of happy-go-lucky, but in the play I run off with my best friend's daughter, so can't relate to that.
The plays ran smoothly Halloween weekend, and fortunately none of the cast members broke a leg. For North Penn News, I'm Melissa Croak.
The North Penn High School construction project is coming along right on schedule. Contractors have begun installing fiberglass insulation and drywall on all 3 floors. HVAC crews started installing ductwork and ventilation fans on the roof. The ground-based air conditioner units have also been installed. Although the focus of the work is now on the interior, masons will continue to work on the exterior brick walls until the weather gets colder.
The North Penn Committee for Safe and Drug-Free Schools and the Community's Advisory Council will be holding an evening of workshops for parents of North Penn students. Tracy Matisak, a Fox News anchor, will be a keynote speaker at the event. The event will be held on Tuesday, November 10th at North Penn High School. For additional information, please contact Mrs. Sandra Newman at North Penn High School, 215-368-9800, extension 416.
North Penn High School has added an early dismissal day to its calendar. Students will now have a half day on Friday, November 20th, while teachers participate in a school safety in service. This day is previously scheduled half day for all other North Penn schools.
The SATs will be offered at North Penn High School on December 5th, 1998 and January 23rd, 1999. The registration deadline for the December test has already passed, but the late registration is November 11th. The deadline for the January test is December 18th, and late registration for that test is December 30th, 1998.
The North Penn Middle School Marching Band will perform at Band Night on Friday, November 6th. During halftime, the 451-member band will join the 165-member Marching Knights for a combined performance of God Bless America. The game begins at 7:30 p.m. in Crawford Stadium.
On Thursday, October 29th, hundreds of students across the district and across the nation witnessed an historic event. North Penn News reporter Bob Zyko has that story.
Thursday, October 29th was a special day for A.M. Culp Elementary School students and teachers. Thousands of school students around the nation tuned in at 2 o'clock to watch Senator John Glenn return to space aboard STS-95, and the students at Culp were no exception. They all headed into a large room to watch the launch with their teachers, many of whom remembered Glenn's first flight on February 20, 1962, aboard Friendship 7. Glenn's latest mission began on January 16th when he was named as a payload specialist aboard Shuttle Discovery for the October 29th launch. The 77-year-old senator from Ohio is the oldest person to orbit the Earth. Glenn, however, is familiar with danger. In the 40s, he flew 149 combat missions as a Marine. In 1959, Glenn was chosen to be America's first astronaut. He orbited the Earth 3 times in a 5-hour flight on February 20th, 1962. He was squeezed in a 36-square-foot capsule during the first flight. For his latest trip into space on October 29th, Glenn was able to enjoy the larger quarters of the shuttle orbiter along with 6 other astronauts. Unlike his Mercury flight, Glenn will be very busy during his 9-day stay on Discovery doing research. He'll be performing 17 experiments as well as being an experiment himself. NASA will study the effects of weightlessness on older people. On October 29th at 2:20 p.m., after only 20 minutes of hold time, the shuttle lifted off to the chanted countdown of students all over the nation. For North Penn News, I'm Bob Zyko.
Bridle Path students recently had the chance to learn about Chinese culture. A New York dancer traveled to the school and performed 2 traditional Chinese dances. The spectacular show was enhanced by colorful fans and fancy ribbons. The event proved to be a good cultural learning tool for everyone. Also at Bridle Path Elementary School this past week, students were treated to a Monday afternoon assembly promoting a sense of community. The monthly Mustang Community Meeting featured students who shared poetry, played classical music on the piano, and performed skits promoting kindness to each other. The theme of kindness is the first of several universal values being taught by Principal Bonnie Rosen at the monthly meetings. The goal of this year-long program is to help students grow up to become better, more understanding citizens.
Elementary read more than ever at their recent primetime reading night. The students read over 3,000 pages, while teachers read about 1,000. The students were visited by several North Penn High School athletes who read several sports stories and poems to the students. All the students agreed that spending time reading with their friends was a lot more worthwhile than watching TV.
Culp Elementary School recently held its 7th annual soccer tournament for 5th grade students. In all, about 80 students from 5 schools attended. The goals of the tournament were to develop teamwork, sportsmanship, and school spirit.
Walton Farm Elementary School has been abuzz with activity. Dottie Reed's third grade class had the opportunity to travel to Cape May to explore land and marine wildlife. The students took part in a scavenger hunt for shell and egg cases. Students also observed dolphins swimming in the wild. Also, the Walton Farm Home and School Association will be collecting turkeys and nutritious treats to prepare gift baskets for selected families in the Walton Farm area. Learning support students will aid in making the baskets for the holiday season.
6th grade students and teachers from Walton Farm recently spent a day at Fisher's Park as part of their classes. The students participated in several activities, including an archaeological dig, transplanting trees, and identifying plants. The students also tested water under the supervision of the North Penn Water Authority. It was a great learning experience for all.
Attention students, there are several scholarships available in the Future Plan Center. The following scholarships are due before the end of 1998. The Tools for Tomorrow Scholarship is due November 6th. The Emory Scholarship, the Horatio Alger Enriching America Scholarship, and the Chapel of Four Chaplains Scholarships are due November 9th. The Toyota Community Scholars Award is due November 19th. The American Fire Sprinkler Association Scholarship is due December 4th. For more information on these scholarships, see Mrs. Chayota Keller in the Future Plan Center.
Here now is a list of scholarships due after the start of 1999. The Ron Brown Scholarship is due January 9th. The Washington's Crossing Scholarship is due January 15th. The Grand Masters Law Enforcement Scholarship is due March 26th. And the Princeton Review Scholarship is due May 1st. Again, for more information on these scholarships, see Mrs. Chayota Keller in the Future Plan Center.
The North Penn School District Board of School Directors has 2 meetings coming up in November. The regular work session will take place on Tuesday, November 10th, and the action meeting will take place on Thursday, November 19th. Both meetings begin at 7:30 p.m. at the Educational Services Center.
On to sports news now, and for the 3rd straight year, the District 1 champion in girls cross country is the North Penn Maidens. North Penn finished with 5 runners in the top 55. Megan DeSimone was the top finisher for the Maidens with a 6th place finish. Diane Schillo was right on her heels in 7th place, and Cindy Benham, Tiffany Huff, and Katrina Brown were the other top runners for the Maidens. They will be represented by 8 runners at the state cross country meet at Penn State this weekend. They hope to improve on a 4th place finish from last year.
With a big game coming up this week against Norristown, the North Penn Knights football team notched a victory by the slimmest of margins over Neshaminy, 14-13. The key play in the game came with a little under 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. The Knights trailed 13-7 at that point. Neshaminy punter Steve Bachek had the snap fly over his head, and the Knights recovered the football at the Neshaminy 10-yard line. They then proceeded to score on a Joe Talese run. The final score was 14-13, and the Knights improved to 8-1. This week, the Knights control their own destiny as they play Norristown in a Suburban 1 showdown at Crawford Stadium on Friday night. The winner of that game clinched a District 1 playoff berth.
Back to cross country now, and the Knights cross country team placed a respectable 6th at the District 1 boys meet last weekend. Zach Webb was 4th in the race, and Dave Atkiss and Lee Benedette were the only other runners to qualify for states. Since the Knights placed 6th as a team, they cannot send the entire team to states, as only the top 5 teams in the district championships earn the right to send their whole team to states.
The North Penn ice hockey team split its 2 games this week, dropping a 2-0 decision to Pennsbury and defeating CB West 4-3. In the game against the Falcons, goalie Jason Fendo played an outstanding game in goal, keeping the score close throughout the contest. In the victory over the Bucks, the Knights received goals from 4 different players, including Matt Rossioli and Scott Rao. Kevin Hayes made over 30 saves to get the win in between the pipes. The Knights have a record of 4-4 and will play CB East on Monday at Face-Off Circle in Warminster before getting 2 weeks off.
Both North Penn water polo teams will be aiming for a state championship this weekend at Governor Mifflin High School in Shillington. The girls' water polo team, ranked number 1 in the state, has high hopes to win this weekend. They have defeated the defending state champions twice. The boys' team is ranked 2nd in the state and should have a showdown with Wilson sometime during that tournament. The PIAA championships once again are this weekend at Governor Mifflin High School.
North Penn High School was once again filled with spirit as the girls and the guys participated in the highly anticipated Powder Puff football game. North Penn News reporter Sarah Conant has the story.
Last week, over 300 students participated in the annual North Penn Powder Puff football game. Powder Puff is a game of flag football in which the girls are the players and the guys are the cheerleaders. Members of the North Penn football team were recruited to coach the girls. They attended 2 practices to learn plays and strategy, and then were ready to hit the field. The sophomores took on the juniors in the first game of Powder Puff. Terry Romano, Leanne Schwartz, and Kelly Kennedy were all dominating for the juniors, while Rachel Wilson was key for the sophomores, and Megan Somar scored their only touchdown of the evening. The final score of that game was 8-6, with the juniors coming out on top. The juniors then faced the seniors. The seniors were the defending Powder Puff champions, so the juniors had their work cut out for them. They came up big, however, with a strong defense against Allison Kelleher, Jen Sykes, Amber Smolinski, and Jenny Young, all vital members of the seniors team. The seniors put forth a great effort, but in the end, the juniors prevailed with a score of 12-6. Congratulations to all the teams. For North Penn News, I'm Sarah Connick.
Well, that one's always an exciting game, Melissa. And that's it for this edition of North Penn News. For the entire North Penn News team, I'm Kyle Berger.
And I'm Melissa Kirk. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.